What single business has made the most millionaires in the world? Well, that's gonna be real estate, baby. And as a real estate agent, I love helping people sift for deals, scouring the MLS for months, trying to find the perfect deal with the perfect location, with the actual, the good cash flow, and working with the modern day interest rates, right? So it's so much fun. It's not like buying a house for your family. Buying an investment property can be complicated, but my goal today is to make it as entertaining and as simple as possible to understand. So without further ado, let's roll the intro and talk about buying your first rental property. Make me a deal. If you get any value or information out of today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. My name is Greyson Roberts, realtor and owner of Boss Properties. Now, if you are looking for an agent to help you with your real estate deal, which you absolutely should, contact me. Now, of course, I'm based in Missouri and Florida, so chances are I can't help you. However, what I do is I connect good people with great real estate agents. You come to me, you tell me the parameters, what you're looking for. I'm going to tap into my agent database across the entire world, honestly, and connect you with the best top dog 5-star agent who is familiar with investments. Because if you don't know, real estate agents, the buyer's agents, people helping you buy a home, is absolutely free to you. They get paid from the seller. So let me help you find a good professional real estate agent that you should add to your team. Because real estate investing, you need a good team behind you, including attorneys, a good title company, and of course, great agents and brokers. So let me help you with that. Anyway, enough jabberboxing, let's get into the first segment. Understanding the benefits of rental investment properties. Before diving into the details of buying your first rental property, it's essential to understand the benefits of this investment strategy. Rental properties offer several advantages, including passive income. Rental properties can provide a consistent stream of monthly cash flow, allowing you to build passive income over time. Next is, of course, financial security. Rental income acts as a financial safety net, providing stability and security during economic downturns. Of course, you've got equity buildup. As your tenants pay rent, you can use the income to pay down the mortgage, increasing your equity in the property for free. Flexibility. Owning a rental property gives you the flexibility to sell when the time is right, providing you with liquidity and potential profits, multiple exit strategies. Appreciation. This is a huge one. Real estate values tend to increase over time, providing rental property owners with the opportunity for appreciation and wealth accumulation. And finally is diversification. Rental properties offer diversification in your investment portfolio, reducing risk and increasing potential returns. The reason I like real estate over the stock market is because I'm not in control of what a Fortune 500 company does, right, with my money, right? But with real estate, it's a tangible asset. I can walk in it. I can say, I'm going to buy this property at $80,000. I'm going to spend $30,000 on the kitchen and $10,000 on paint and new floors, whatever, for the rest of the property. And you can basically know you have an ARV, an after repair value. That's your estimate of what it'll be worth. So it's a lot easier to get higher, 10, 20, 30% returns in real estate because you're in complete control of the deal, unlike the stock market. Now, I do want to go ahead and say before you jump into it, for example, I will scour the MLS for weeks at a time before maybe finding one property that will work. I just want to go ahead and say, make sure if you use me, I will help you find this agent, but make sure they understand how to have access to off-market and for sale by owner properties, because some of the best deals on planet Earth never touch the MLS. Number 2, you got to start doing your homework. Property type. What kind of real estate do you want to invest in? Determine whether you want to invest in single-family homes or multi-family properties or other types of rental properties. To be honest, there's a lot of different groups, different camps out there who solely do single-family, people who say never buy single-family, only do multi-family. But realistically, you can do whatever you want. Some people say you want to live where there's one door and own where there's many, meaning if you buy a duplex and one person moves out, instead of going from 100% income to zero, you're at 50%, right? And then if you have a triplex, then that drops to 66% instead of, so you're more diversified, if that makes sense. Anyway, location, low motherfucking cation, baby. This is the absolute most important part I mean, there's a lot of important parts, but this is number one. If your house is backed up to a sewage plant and it smells like ass all day, it's not gonna go very well. But if it's in a cul-de-sac, on a beautiful lot with a big backyard, mature trees, no sound pollution, easy access to amenities, stuff like that, location is so important. Next is price range. You're gonna wanna set a budget and figure out how much you're actually able to spend, whether you're buying it in cash and doing the Burr method, or maybe that you're going to finance it and you might not realize like, hey, I can actually get a 3.5% down payment with FHA if I live there for a year. I have X amount of money. Listen, I've got videos talking about how to invest in real estate with low and no money down, so go check that out. But moral of the story is, it can be way cheaper or way more expensive than you think to get into real estate investing, depending on which way you go about it. Okay, next is you're gonna wanna figure out if you're gonna need a property management, because if you work 9 to 5 and you have a family, chances are you don't have the energy or time to answer, hey, it's 4 o'clock, my pipes in my ceiling burst, whatever, get on over here. I can't, I'm at work, right? And at 12 p.m. at night and you're in the middle of the sleep and you get a phone call, hey, it sounds like there's a Metallica concert going on in my toilet, right? Property management, it's not super expensive, but it can make or break a deal. So you want to have those expectations set. Are you going to do it yourself? Or are you going to hire it out? If you got a lot of money and you can buy an apartment complex, then chances are you're also buying into like a staff or a property management company with full employees that's self-sufficient. We can get into the weeds, but figure out if you've got time for this or not. Okay, number 3, securing financing. The hardest part for some people, because you could buy the best deal in the world, but if you get bad financing, the deal just doesn't make sense. There could be one piece of property that, to me, I can't pull it off because I can't do the type of financing that needs to be done, but you can. You can buy it and make a ton of money off of it. It's all a numbers game. First, you want to evaluate your financial situation. Assess your finances and determine how much you can afford to invest in a rental property. Consider factors such as your credit score, income, and existing debts. You're going to want to have your financing figured out first, and maybe even get pre-approved. Anyway, explore financing options. Research different financing options, including traditional mortgages, FHA loans, VA loans, USDA loans, and other investment property loans. Compare interest rates, down payment requirements, and loan terms to find the best fit for your needs. Get pre-approved. Obtain a pre-approval letter from a lender to understand the loan amount you actually qualify for and strengthen your position as a serious buyer. Factor in additional expenses. Consider additional expenses such as property taxes, insurance, maintenance costs, potential vacancies, carrying costs, etc. Oh, excuse me. There's even certain loans like the FHA 203K loan where you can finance in chunks the cost of renovations, and you only put 3.5% down on the total loan amount, including the renovation. So there's we need to talk about real estate financing in another video. All right, number 4, let's talk more about this location. So first things first, look at rental demand. Look for areas with high rental demand, such as neighborhoods with growing populations, strong job markets, and desirable amenities. Property appreciation. Research historical property appreciation rates in different areas to identify locations with a track record of long-term growth. And getting ahead of the curve and doing your research and just walking the city and seeing what parts are developing, etc., is a good indicator. Anyway, neighborhood characteristics. Evaluate the quality of schools, access to transportation, safety, and other factors that can attract tenants. Future development plans. Consider future development plans and infrastructure projects in the area, as they can positively impact property values. Let's say, hey, there's a bunch of new stores getting put up across town. Well, that means someone has done the market research, the demographic research, and figured that this part of the city can support this much business, which means that that area is probably growing, right? This one's tricky because you really just gotta feel it. It's a feeling. All right, now let's analyze the property performance. Let's talk about the numbers you need to take into consideration. Cash flow. Calculate the potential cash flow by estimating rental income and deducting expenses such as mortgage payments, property taxes, insurance, maintenance costs, and property management fees. You're going to want to calculate your return on investment, your ROI. Evaluate the ROI by dividing the annual cash flow by the total cash invested, including the down payment and closing costs. Market trends. Research market trends, vacancy rates, and rental prices in the area to assess potential for rental income growth and property appreciation. Property condition. Assess the condition of the property, including any necessary repairs or renovations to estimate additional expenses and potential return on your investment. So let's say you find a property and you're gonna have $1,000 a month mortgage, and you say, hey, I'm gonna rent it out for $1,200. I'm gonna make $200 in cash flow. A lot of people make this mistakes and end up getting negative cash flow of hundreds of dollars because you need to factor in every single month a little buffer, the vacancy rate. You need to budget for capital expenditures like foundation repairs, roof repairs, regular maintenance, painting the walls, replacing carpet, stuff like that, right? So these are little factors, little percentages that you can factor in the whole yearly budget, and then just work that in the month. Okay, so let's say you got that same house for $1,000 a month. Now your expenses, including the mortgage, is $1,200 a month because of all of those extra things that you're saving for. So when they do come up, you use that fund to pay for it, and that way you're not, in the hole or back to breaking even. So if you had $1,000 a month is your monthly payment on a property, and let's say $1,200 a month is your buffer, your savings for expenses, and let's say you want to make $250 in cash flow, well, that means you're going to have to rent that property out for more like $1,450 to $1,500, even more if you're planning on getting a property manager. All right, number 6, due diligence, my favorite type of double D. Inspect the property. Hire a professional inspector to evaluate the property's condition, identify any potential issues, and estimate repair costs. This is valuable. Review legal documents. Carefully review all the documents, including the purchase agreement, lease agreements, and any HOA regulations or restrictions. Next is you're going to secure insurance. Obtain landlord's insurance to protect your investment property against potential damages, liability claims, and loss of rental income. Coordinate with professionals. Work closely with your lender, real estate agent, and attorney to assure all necessary paperwork is completed and closing it goes smoothly. All right, finally, let's touch a little bit on property management. Okay, self-management versus property management. Decide whether you want to manage the property yourself or hire a professional management company. Assess your time, your availability, your skills, and willingness to handle tenant-related issues. Next is you're gonna want to do some tenant screening. Implement a thorough tenant screening process to select reliable and responsible tenants who will pay rent on time and take care of the property. Maintenance and repairs. Establish a system for handling maintenance requests promptly and conducting regular property inspections to address any repairs or issues. People hate to do it, but preventative maintenance is key to not having a bad surprise, right? And rent collection and financial management. Establish clear rent collection processes and keep track of income and expenses to ensure accurate financial management. Don't let anybody pay late. You do not want to open that door. Those are all of the major things that you need to keep in mind when buying an investment property. This isn't really a step-by-step guide, just some of the key factors you really want to take into consideration when working with an agent, right? So you want to be on the same page. Anyway, I hope I kind of clarified some of the lingo, some of the terminology, some of the things that you need to take into consideration. And really, that's everything involved in buying your first simple investment property. Anyway, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. Contact me if I can help you find a great agent for your deals, and I'll see you next time.